Start. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Kimberly Cloud Show. I am your host, Kimberly Cloud. So, today I wanted to read something, and it goes like this. Before I talk about Dan Bongino, it says, from the desk, I just received it from 5-6, the authentic Trump administration. Not no BS Trump administration trying to tell me how much I have in my account or try to watch me and relate it to what I'm doing. We know that code and it's sick. So, from the official desk of Speaker Mike Johnson, you've meant more to this movement than you probably realize. I'm just reading this now. I've thought a lot about the road we traveled, every challenge we faced, every battle we fought, and through it all, you were there. Not just when it was easy, not just when we were winning, but in the hardest moments. When the attacks came nonstop, when the media piled on, when the left threw everything they had at us, you stood firm. That's not something I take lightly. I've never believed this fight was just about politics. It's about our future, our kids, our freedoms, our country, and our universe and our lives, our future lives. Because even if our bloodline cease to exist, which my bloodline is carried on, I want to make a copy of myself. That's point blank number one. But point blank number two is that I have so much to offer people. And some people just don't want to give you a chance from that. But Speaker Mike Johnson and people like Donald Trump is. So I forewarn you once again. I never believed this fight was just about politics. It's about our future, our kids, our freedoms, and our country. And it's people like you who remind me why we are doing this. That's why I'm writing you today. Not just to ask for help, but first and foremost to say thank you. Your support has made all the difference. Whether you donated, volunteered, prayed, which I have prayed for you guys every day. And if I haven't, I'll pray for you every day in the future. So if I forget, it will never go out of my mind or cease to exist. I pray for you all. Whoever this God is wanted you guys to be in power at this exact moment, at this exact time. You know it, FBI director, CEO, or however y'all say it, and the assistant director, or whoever that is. I don't know how the ranking system goes. But what I will say is that y'all have contributed to a lot. And y'all don't get recognized as iconic, yet y'all are iconic. These stars out here get recognized as iconic, and all they do is cast spells. We're protecting lives and saving thousands. Whoever this God was, blessed you. So I don't say this often enough. I'm deeply grateful. Now here's where we are. The Democrats are raising money at a breakneck pace. Their donors are targeting battleground districts with cash. These districts will determine whether or not we keep our Republican House majority. So, like I said, I urge you to not take that deal or renege from the deal that you take because I have the FBI and that's federal. I don't need state. And truthfully, if we don't act now, we may not get another shot to close the gap. That's why I'm turning to you again because I trust you. You've always come through. And if you're in a position, okay, I understand that part. He had to say that. But I appreciate you. I appreciate you, Mike Johnson. Um, let's go to Dan Bonnett. Dun 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 dun. Dan Bongino. Thank y'all, man. Y'all are awesome. Hold on. Let me pull this up real quick because I got a script for you. Today I will be talking about Dan Bongino or Bongino. Sorry, I'm messing up on names. I'm always messing up on names. I wake up this evening and I said, hello, Boise. I look dead at the skies because they own the skies, even state to state. They own the skies. They work closely with the NSA to solve cold case files. And what they know, they give little information to the police, but enough for them to have a case to close. Now, tell me, police, am I not lying? It's more to it. So I looked dead up to the skies and I said, good evening, FBI in Boise. And I laughed. 2 hours later, I get a message from Dan Bongino after 4 hours ago, I sat up there and said happy holidays to the FBI. Dan Bongino has never wrote me. I've had Spectacular from Pretty Ricky acknowledge me. I've had Jay-Z acknowledge me. I've had Will Roberts acknowledge me. I've had people put some of my stuff on Beyonce's near Beyonce. Um, I've had, I'm not remembering his name, but I've had a lot of people, a lot of courageous, good people, but they always get deemed as iconic. But when it comes to the police, we laugh at them. We laugh at them and we degrade them like they're not crap. Like they're laughing at you back and they're arresting you because you think that whatever you got these small insights with police, and you think that because you got like a little leeway with police and they're giving you leeway that maybe there's a crooked officer out there. I don't know. Whatever intel you're getting from the police, you think that you can sit up there and you're grand when it's bigger than just this small intel from the police. Once you reach a certain level, you never tell what technology is out there for national security. Some people still abuse it. And it's okay though. I would never abuse anything Dan Bongino incorporates around me or places around me positively. I would never, ever do that. If it's not affecting my house, my car, crib, insurance, by switching to Geico, I don't care about it. I want to work with him. And I care about it too. I care about that too. And what I mean by that is I care about Dan Bongino. I love Dan Bongino. I love Donald Trump. I love Donald Trump Jr. I love Mike Johnson. I was at the Capitol in 2016 when I think his name is Mike Pence. No, not Mike Pence. Oh, I forgot his name. He died though. He died of cancer. He was a great warrior. He had a good history in the military, and he died of cancer. But I've had my history. Some people never made it to the Capitol. I've made it to the Capitol. If only once or more, I've made it. They don't let anybody in the Capitol. They damn sure don't let anybody at the White House. You know, so I'm telling you guys, I love you like family. I love you all like family. Family from a distant, not even a distant cousin. A distant cousin don't even care about you. I'm talking about close, like we grew up together type family, type shit. I want you to know that whatever it is you're doing to help me and keep me safe, I love you guys for doing that for me. I will never forget how I have another breath to take for positioning myself in a better position and y'all guiding me along that way. Seriously, you guys. I really appreciate you guys. And this is not being scripted. This is from the heart. Every day I wonder, is today going to be my day? Every day I wonder, is today going to be my day? And I believe that you guys are keeping me safe. And I don't want to sit up there and brag like it's a token of gratitude, like, you know, whatever. I'm saying it to you guys. And for the haters out there, I don't care what you think. I'm talking to Dan Bongino, Donald Trump, the whole crew, everybody, even organizations I've never heard of that watch out for me. Thank you. Every day, I'm going to pray here on out every day that y'all stay blessed and y'all do not die. Either it's very clear to me that the president is very clear to be killed or get killed. That is what his agenda is. He doesn't say it in that way. He says the Department of War. So now we're going to war. We're no longer defense, we're war. And that's how I feel in my mind right now. I'm at war. I'm no longer in a defensive mode. I'm at war. I don't care how you come at me. I don't care if it's nice. I don't care if it's angry. I don't care if it's sad. I don't care if it's happy. I'm at war. I don't trust nobody until they give me reason to trust them. And I've given Donald Trump ample, even though we done had some rough patches, I'll admit, with me being having mental health issues. And it's beyond, I have reason to believe that something out there that I'm ingesting when I get affiliated with a Democrat state is controlling me. Because after I took a shot, I flipped on Donald Trump. Did you notice that, you guys? Did y'all notice how I talk? Now, that's why I don't want to take drugs. A lot of mental health people say, "Oh, I don't want to take drugs. Oh, I don't want to take," and end up insane in the membrane. But I've proven my point. This is a highly stressful situation I'm in. I got to sleep on the floor. I'm a woman. I got to sit up there, and shower without a curtain. I got to sit up there and do things without, the necessities that I usually would have at my other place. But I can't do that. I have to sit up there and continue to um perform my daily duties. I have no time, like Donald Trump said. I have no time to worry about being mentally unstable. I have no time. I got you guys and I got me. I have no time to worry about mental instabilities. But you brew and you mix drugs in with it from, I'm not blaming the VA, but I noticed that. And I know he noticed that. I know he noticed that. I know he know. The more drugs I take from the VA, the more I act weird. It's not even the people that work there, possibly is. Who knows? But it could be higher up, the ones manufacturing this, that knows I get that drug every month. I will never go against you again. And if I ever do, you will know why. You will know. So if I think I do fine with just medicinal marijuana. And I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. They have so many wonderful properties that will help your brain heal. Y'all don't know the resources that is going to be out there in the next 10 to 20 to maybe even 5 years. We don't need to. I believe that that medication hijacks the brain, but we don't need the ones that I've been taking that made me flip on Trump. But we don't need to do that. We don't need to sit up there and flip on each other. Medication or not medication, without medication, you won't have that degree of wanting to turn on the other person. And I know a lot of people are like, well, how do you know? What do you know? I know because I know my behavior. I know because I know my behavior. I monitor myself. I monitor myself. Someone can tell me that the sky is gray and I'm acting belligerent, but I monitor it. And I say, no, I'm not acting belligerent. Someone can tell me I'm doing something and I'm not doing it. Gaslighting. That's a jealousy trait. It happened in the 1940s when the men, started noticing that the women were complaining a lot. So what did they do? Sigmund Freud got himself a chair and he propped it while he had another chair for a lady to lay down on, and he listened to what she had to say. Then he came up with the conclusion with the rest, Carl Jung, they all hung together, Pavlov probably too. And they said, let's just start this first generation of medications, of psychotic medications. There are some people to the point of no return where it's something off with their signal, like a faulty car that needs to be fixed. But there's alternate. If we can fix a car, we can fix them. There's no way. It's been 100+ years of innovation, and we can't find a cure for cancer, AIDS, and everything else. So that's how I feel. But I'm not blaming Trump. I'm blaming who was before him. He can only do so much based on a 4-year term. 41 years of my life is still no cure for cancer. 41. That's crazy. They sell us dreams. the democratic way. They sell us dreams. Well, I'm going to do this for you. I'm going to do that. And then, bam, bam. And then it's like they got the power from you. And it's like, oh, what do you want? I did my job. The great Rumpelstiltskin contract. So yeah, but Dan Bongino, I'm speaking from the heart. Ah, I'm just gonna call you Bongino. You are Bongino in my world. Bongino. And you guys rock. You rock. I don't like throwing up no demonic signs. You really rock. Mahalo. You rock. Um, and I appreciate you guys for everything. That's on God. That's beyond God. If there is a God beyond God that's out there on the outer space, then that's beyond them, beyond gender, beyond race. I love you all in that accordance. I don't see it until I have to see it. I don't see race until I have to see race because we're in a racial environment. Fair enough to say? And so then I have been talking for like 22 minutes, and I want to keep this really solid, true, and honorable with integrity and being courageous, and doing all those great things for society as a whole. And I want you guys to know that the White House is a very, very powerful, smart, very like, come on, what's beyond intelligence? Next couple of decades, they're gonna be like, we have the Beyond Intelligence Committee. The fuck is the Beyond the Intelligence Committee? How can you get beyond intelligent? Like, really? This is beyond intelligence. Oh man. But it's all good, you guys are smart people. I have to admit. I have to admit, y'all know it. Y'all know it. Y'all freaking know it. And I, even if it's not a word, I iconize myself to be and have the values that y'all showed me over the years without physically being in a building learning them. Thank you. I've learned so much over the 41 years of my life, going through a lot of stuff. You might, whether people like it or not, I am Agent Cloud. I am. And I know that sounds crazy, and I know some people don't like it. Um, but I'm a veteran. I'm a hardworking veteran who worked not as hard as Dan Bongino or the White House, but moderately to just as hard as the White House. I mean, I went to sleep at 2 o'clock in the morning and I got up at 6. And some people like, whoop de doo, Basil. All my people out there, they're like, whoop de doo, we do it all day. But, I've done it. I've been doing it for a while now, and it's been pretty cool. It's been pretty cool. Imagine Dan Bongino coming up short sitting up there sleeping all day long. No motivation, no motivation, severe depression, anxiety to its fullest, everything under the sun. I still get anxiety sometimes, but it's grossly, a positively, grossly better than it usually be. And so Dan Bongino, I went through a lot. I went through a lot, like just sitting up there all day taking medication the VA gave me, sleeping all day, not knowing what's going on, disoriented. You know, one day I have to tell y'all, one day I was at a hospital and I was mute for a whole week. I couldn't speak to them. I understood what they were saying, but I couldn't speak to them. I just went mute. I just couldn't speak no more. I'm telling my story, so those who want to fall off, fall the fuck off. But whoever want to stay and listen to the story, listen. So I decided to get ECT. That is my last secret that I will ever. Y'all know everything about me now. I prayed to Trump that day, 2016-17. I prayed that I would get out. I don't know what made me pray because I wasn't a Trump fan back in the day. But I saw him. I prayed. I knew I was doing something right by praying. I felt it. The lights went out. I don't know how it happened, but for some reason, all I remember as I prayed to him that night in the bed, because I was having the weirdest dreams. And I prayed, and then the lights, it was like a big bright light that went dim. I woke up, and then we agreed on schedule ECT and sat up there and we scheduled it. I did only one session of it. And I asked vigorously, I asked all the doctors, what would it do for me? And they said, well, it will reboot the brain. Do you think it worked? That's a question for beyond God and God. Do you think it worked, Dan Bonagino? Bonagino. So that's what I got done. You know, I still have a little kinks and little pings and tings, but I only got it done once. I got my 300,000 from the military after I prayed to Trump, and things went up from there. So you see, things do work out. So if I ever go against you, please evaluate what I've eaten, what I've taken, where it's been, how it was consumed, what is the chemicals in it. I don't care how sincere I sound. I know in my heart that you helped me or your organization. I know for a fact your organization has helped me. Thank you. And I'll end it there. Hold on. What crazy stuff do I have? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Robert. Here we go with the haters. We're going to put that. Let's put what he put. So much attention. It sound it sounds Spanish. Y'all see that? Is that gaslighting or is that truth? They don't know English, or they purposefully pretended not to know English. Who talks like that anyway? You blocked. You're blocked. You blocked. Yeah. Trump, round them up and ship them out because I'm tired of them.